Hello, this is Keith All, and today we're going to learn about implicit and explicit measures using DAX, data analysis expressions. And we're going to be doing that within the Excel 365 environment and Power Pivot. I've already loaded a table into the Power Pivot data model, and it's a one table, and I'll bring this up here. So let's go back here. I'm going to clear the filter on this. So basically it has all these columns, and we're going to be utilizing the sum function within the sum function as an implicit and explicit measure. So let's go back to Excel, and let's first define what the sum function does. It's an aggregation function. And what that does, it calculates the sum of all numbers within a specific column. Now, as an implicit measure, when we drag a field and drop it, any one of these, and drop it into the values area, you are creating an implicit measure. And since, in this case, we're using the sales field, and we're going to bring it into the values, since it's a data type of a number, it's automatically going to assume by aggregating that value by summing the values. So watch what happens. I'm going to take the sales. If I click on it or drag it, watch what happens to the right over here. It's automatically going to sum the values. So I'm going to format this number. Let's format this, right click, number format, and select number, round it, bring it down to 0 decimal places, and let's use the comma separator so it's easier to read. So basically what this just did was it went into the table, selected all the values. Since I have no filters on any of these columns or these fields, it selected all the data within this table. So I'm going to Control C or right click and copy, go back to Excel. I'm just going to paste this in. So basically what this did was it took all the values in the sales column and summed them up. And if you come over here to the bottom right, you could see the sum of the selected cells, which is 12,632,502. This is rounded off to 502. So that's what that did by taking the sum implicit measure, and that's what it does. Now, since I have no fields in a row, it's not going to filter the values by any amount. It's just going to take all the sales figures within a table and sum them up. Now, if I go ahead and select another field, click on category, it automatically brings it into the row, and now it creates a filter context. So now what the sum function will do, it will go into the table, look for a category of furniture, and then from that point, it adds up all the sales numbers for the category furniture. So if we go back over here, I'm going to come over here to the category. Let's filter down to everything for furniture. And now let's go over to the sales column. Control Shift down, Control C. Go back to Excel. Let's paste this in. And as you can see now, the value that it sums up is 4,110,874. So you know now that's what the sum function will do as an implicit measure. Now let's create an explicit measure using the sum DAX formula. Now, an explicit measure is something that we manually create writing a DAX expression. So if we go up to Power Pivot tab, come over to the measures and click on, I already created this measure, but if you wanted to create it for the first time, you would go to new measure. Let's go to manage measures. I'm going to click on total sales, click on edit, and this is the sum function. So what the sum function DAX formula will do, you're being passed the table name, which is the first part of this, and then it's asking for a column name in that table. So that's basically what it's doing. And then I'm formatting the result as a whole number using 1,000 separators. So I click OK, click on close. Now, if I go over to the pivot table and come over here to the fields list, scroll down, I have this explicit measure, and I'm going to click on that or even drag it. It'll automatically go into the values area. And as you can see, it does the same thing. It calculates the total sum of sales in the sales column for all furniture, by category. And again, if I remove these other two, it won't have a filter context, and it will calculate the same thing. It'll take all the values in the sales column, sum them up, and it comes to this value right here. Hopefully this tutorial taught you about implicit and explicit measures in a more detailed way and allowed you to have a better understanding what Excel does in order to calculate using the sum function. Please like and subscribe to my channel and comment if you have any questions. And I look forward to the next video, and I thank you for stopping by today and watching this video tutorial on implicit and explicit measures using DAX. Thank you and have a great day.